Hey there. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Total Ramblings. It's Sunday, 3 o'clock. Don't know what date it is. Honestly couldn't tell you. Can't remember. And I've just had my Sunday roast. And I'm on the way to see Liz for the first time in about 3 weeks because I've been ill. I've no doubt she'll probably moan at me. But such is my existence on this earth. Yeah, so as you can see, well, you probably can't see actually. Absolutely chucking it down with rain today. I could really do with just being at home in the warm, in bed or something. That would be nice. Anyway, I made sure to have a nice shave this morning, try and make myself feel a little bit better. And that's where we are. Right, say hello to the boys and girls.
Hello, boys and girls.
How are you today?
I'm alright, I'm a bit lightheaded at the moment.
What have you done in the last 3 weeks since I saw you?
I have done physio, probably 9 times. I have done hydro ones. I have had a COVID injection and a pneumonia injection. And I've got flu tomorrow. About it.
Okay. What are you doing this week?
Physio, shower tomorrow and flu injection. Tuesday's physio and OT. Wednesday's physio. Thursday, nothing. Friday, all being well, hydro.
Anything else to say?
I don't do it all.
You've been doing more than I have lately.
I did go to chapel with Sister Caroline.
What was that for?
It's because I wanted to share her prayers.
About what?
You.
Why me?
Prayed about you. Prayed about other things. Hello.
What kind of drink do you want? Squash?
Blackcurrant squash, please.
Blackcurrant, okay.
Not too strong.
Oh, sure.
Thank you. She's new.
Yeah, I could tell. Okay, and boys and girls, if you can see this, this is Liz's plant that she's managed to kill, even though she's in a hospital.
Didn't technically kill it.
You haven't kept it alive, have you?
I tried.
How?
I don't know.
So you did nothing?
But I can't carry it to the sink.
So you did nothing? So therefore, your neglect has allowed it to
Therefore
die?
the nurses didn't get water.
It's not their job.
Of course it is. It's a living thing.
It's not a hospital for plants.
It's a hospital with plants.
Yes, but the plants are secondary.
No, they're not.
They are.
They're not. That's why I like flowers. Because they're already dead.
Anyway, Liz is going to have her dinner and then she's going to go to bed and I'm going to go home and I'm absolutely knackered.
Yep, me do.
Say goodbye to the boys and girls.
Goodbye, boys and girls.
Have you ever had one of those kind of nexus points in terms of filth and disgustingness? This shirt was bought for me by my mother-in-law on her holiday. It's Van Gogh's cat. And I went to put this shirt on the very first day that first day I was going to wear it. And there was a dirty mark inside. It's obviously been there since she bought it. So before I even washed this thing, I threw it in the wash. Before I even wore this thing, I threw it in the wash. Andrew, you can't even speak. I can't speak. Let me try that one last time. Before I even wore this thing, I had to put it in the wash. The first time I wore it, I spilled gravy down it. And I put it on again yesterday, Sunday. It's Monday today. And I noticed that having washed it again, the stains still hadn't come out. And I put even more stains on it yesterday. Ladles and jelly spoons, I present to you the nexus of filth that is this t-shirt. It is one of those t-shirts, and I've had them before, one of those t-shirts that is just destined, absolutely destined to be permanently filthy, which is a shame because I really like it, because it's Van Gogh's cat and he's pushing the sunflowers off the table. I had a bit of post today. This came in the post from my Aunt Lynn and my Uncle Paul. Dark hero boy, I will help you to remember to keep your cool, stay motivated and always fight for good. He's a watch over voodoo stress doll. Be kind, be brave, be true. Dark hero. And apparently this is me. This is the card that I had with it. Saw this and thought of you, dark hero that you are. I like that. I like being called a dark hero. Please don't do too much too soon and look after yourself. Facebook shows me the amazing people who support and love you. Just love yourself. Baby steps. Lynn and Paul. 3 X's. Thank you, Lynn and Paul, for my dark hero boy. I like dark hero. I like that. I like being called a dark hero. Because I try to be heroic, but I am also very dark in my outlook and gloomy. Do you know, this is the unfairness of life, everybody. I have spent my entire life trying to be a kind, nice and decent person. Quite often the stuff that I do is a direct reaction against examples that I have been set by other people, and I think to myself, that's an arsehole way to live, and I don't want to be an arsehole. And this is how life treats me, like shit, constantly kicking me in the balls. I had a phone call today, by the way. Oh, also another thing, I found my sad light. I think I suffer from seasonal affective disorder. I'm just waiting for all the comments now to saying that's not real. Well, I don't care. I bought this years ago, and if I can just turn the bloody thing on. You're not going to turn on now. It's technology. Technology never works when you want it to. When you try and demonstrate it. This is my sad light. And you can change the tone of it. Or of course you can turn it off. If you turn it on again, if you hold that down, it will dim. It is dimming. I like to have it on the brightest setting imaginable, of course, because it's me. And it's supposed to give you the sunlight wavelengths that you miss during the summer, in the winter. When I worked in Norway, I had this light out quite a lot, and I honestly do think it helped, because when I worked in Norway, the office I was in a fjord, and if you were lucky, about 11 o'clock in the morning maybe, the sun would just about peek its head over the mountains and then go away again. Anyway, this was invaluable when I worked in Scandinavia, and I've also used it. I've been using it today because I found it again. I've been looking for it for a little while. It wasn't hidden or anything. It was just in a box I hadn't looked at in a while. So I say looking for it. I went to the box where it was. Anyway, yeah, so last update for the moment. It's about 7:25 as I record this. I had a phone call today from Hampshire Fire Brigade, Fire and Rescue Services. Now, and I rang them back because I just missed the call because I was in the kitchen.
Of course.
I'm never there. When my phone rings, I'm never actually there.
Of course.
Very rare for anyone to actually ever ring me, which is fine with me. But when they do, I'm never actually by the phone.
Of course.
Anyway, I rang them back and they said, oh, we want to do an inspection of your house. And I'm like, well, I already had a discussion with you guys some weeks ago about, because I've got this oxygen equipment here and oxygen cylinders and stuff. I had a discussion. This episode is not sponsored by Lucasade. Other energy drinks are available. I'm off the Monster, by the way. I've stopped drinking the Monster. Anyway, trying to cut down on my sugar. Anyway, I was supposed to have an inspection from Hampshire Fire and Rescue Service because of all the oxygen cylinders I've got here. And I rang them and I talked to them and I said, well, Liz doesn't actually live here now. She can't come home. And I do have the stuff here still, but it's essentially just for visits only. And they were like, oh, we don't really need to visit then, because it would be, essentially the visit would be for her purposes to make sure that she knew all about escape routes, etc., etc. They're quite happy with how the oxygen's being stored. And I said, look, I've got CO detectors, I've got smoke alarms in every room, blah, blah, blah. And they said, that's fine, we'll cancel it. So then I got this call today and I was like, well, hang on, I've already spoken with you guys and you said you didn't need to visit me. This visit's not for Liz, this visit's for me. And it's following the police visit I had last week, because apparently my house is very cluttered. Look, I'm not going to dispute for a moment that there's not a lot of shit in this house, but it's livable and it's a home. This house, this room, all of this house, it's a representation of the inside of my mind. When you step into my house, it's like being inside my brain. There's a lot of stuff going on, but it's generally well organised, I like to think. So anyway, the police apparently objected to all the clutter. No one else has ever complained. Not that I get many visitors, but to be honest with you, all the workmen and stuff that I've had over this year and the last year trying to get my freaking bathroom back up and running, no one's ever complained. So, you know, I've had 2 lots of ambulance people here, they never complained. Anyway, they're coming on Wednesday to have a look. So now, again, another attack on an aspect of my personality. Now it's about my interests and my hobbies and how I look after my house and all the stuff that I've got, which apparently is a problem. It's not a problem. They can sod off. But anyway, they're coming around anyway. So it seems to be the year of attacking aspects of Andrew's core personality. That's the 3rd attack this year, I regard, on my personal being, to be honest. It's getting a little bit tiresome. So, yeah, there you go. That's my update for Monday. Yeah, nothing happened today. Well, it's Wednesday, the 22nd of October. It's about 2:30. I've had an interesting day so far. So I'm officially, technically still at work, but a meeting that I was due to have has just been cancelled. So I've got a few minutes to talk to you guys. So firstly, I had a call from Adult Social Services earlier today, just seeing if there was anything they could do to help me. And you'll know if you watch this vlog, my life's an open book. So it was nice to talk to somebody and kind of get some stuff off my chest. I don't know if the lady was expecting me to get stuff off my chest, but I did.
spent about 35 minutes talking to her. You know, just that bad shit will not stop happening to me, and that I feel very much trapped because I need to work to pay the bills, but I really need some time off to kind of look after myself, but I can't afford to take that time off. And I am painted into a corner, basically. Can't afford to be signed off sick. And, you know, I am very much trapped, I feel. So I talked to her at length. She recommends Citizens Advice Bureau. Maybe I could get a grant. I probably won't be able to get a grant. But, you know, not from the Citizens Advice Bureau, a grant generally. But I don't think that's likely, to be honest with you. Yeah. And then what I've kind of been dreading, I've had a visit just now from Hampshire Fire and Rescue. And I've been worried about that because, you know, I kind of thought they would be judging me on my lifestyle. It was a really nice guy, actually. And again, I'll talk to anybody at the moment because I'm kind of a bit lonely. I just kind of talked about, again, what's been happening to me, that I'm kind of angry about stuff that just will not stop happening. You know, it's like, you know, I come out of hospital and the bloody car doesn't work. Like, did it have to choose that moment to stop working? Especially when I had gone to great lengths just a few weeks before to make sure that didn't happen. But no, apparently it has to happen.
Of course.
So, you know, anyway, he had a look around the house. He said mine is the first house he's ever seen where I have a smoke detector in every room. The only rooms I don't have one in, and he says this is sensible, are the kitchen, the downstairs bathroom and the upstairs bathroom, because water vapour can set it off. But he says I'm the only person he's ever met that has a smoke detector in every room, including the hallways, landings, etc. And I have 2 CO detectors, which are actually brand new because I had my boiler serviced a month or so back, and the British Gas man asked me how old my CO detectors were, and we had a look. It turns out they were out of date. I didn't realise they had an expiry date. So anyway, I've bought brand new ones, and everything's tested and everything works. He agrees my house is not cluttered. There's a lot of stuff here, but I'm not a hoarder, and I think, you know, I'm not living in filth. And he's written in his report that I am a collector, and that my collection is neat and tidy and everything is stored in the right place, which is exactly as it should be, because that's the facts. So given me a fire safety booklet, which, you know, is always useful. It's quite nice. I'll have a read through that. But yeah, it doesn't have any concerns. The only thing is that I'm going to store the oxygen cylinders that I've got in the lounge. I'm going to store them in the garage. It's not essential, but he just said it'd probably be a good idea, especially as Liz isn't home and I can just get a cylinder out whenever she needs one, if I'm picking her up or she's coming home for a visit or whatever. So we can do it like that. So, yeah, really nice actually to have someone in the house to talk to. Really nice guy. So, feeling pretty good now, actually. I have no doubt whatsoever that I will be made to punish. That I will be punished for saying what I just said, because I am not allowed to feel good about myself. Well, that was very depressing. I kind of felt mildly optimistic earlier today after the fire visit. I was laying on Lizzie's bed just now, and one of my teeth has just crumbled apart. Admittedly, it's a tooth that already had a filling in it, but that's not the point. I predicted that something would happen, and behold, it has. The never-ending parade of shit just continues. When will it end? There's one way to force it to end, but I don't want to go down that route. But I feel like I'm being painted into another corner, and that's the only way to make things stop. Pretty convinced I'm going to lose my job soon, because I've basically gone mental. I'm not really doing a very good job at all. So that'll be the end of that. It'll be the end of everything, won't it? And I'm expected just to keep bearing this crap, this eternal, never-ending bullshit. What would you do in my position? I don't know how well you can see this, but I am driving home in what can only be described as absolutely biblical rain. It is absolutely chucking it down, and it's really quite perilous because there's a lot of water on the roads. And I am probably a little over halfway home now. Now, I stopped at a chip shop on the way home, and they accidentally gave me 2 portions of chips, so that was kind of nice. Unfortunately, the more I eat, the more chunks of my tooth come out in the wash, so to speak. So, you know, every silver lining has a cloud. Now, earlier today, excuse me, I can't talk. Earlier today, I popped out to post some letters for Liz, and it was a beautiful day. There wasn't a breeze in the trees, the sky was blue, there was lovely kind of striated clouds. It was beautiful, and I thought to myself, oh, maybe I'll finally get a chance to see the comet tonight. Because, ladles and jelly spoons, I don't know whether I've mentioned this, there's been a comet on view for about the last 10 days in the sky near Ursa Major. Unfortunately, this, and I quote, once in a lifetime experience has been somewhat overshadowed, quite literally, by the fact that I've had non-stop cloud cover for the precise period matching the supposed appearance of this comet. And I went out today and I thought, oh, it's a nice day. Maybe I'll get to see the comet tonight. Well, as you can see, that's not going to happen because I am in the middle of a steaming amount of rain. Alexa predicted 1.4 millimeters tonight. It's significantly more than that. The amount of water and puddles on the road is ridiculous. And apparently tomorrow we're due a storm where there actually is a weather warning warning us about rain in the area where I live. So, brilliant. No comet for Andrew. I can quite confidently predict the day after that storm we'll have some beautiful clear nights. Maybe the first frost of the year, you know, because by that point, of course,
there will be no comet to see, because basically, fuck me. And no, you're not looking at the fucking comet at this once in a lifetime opportunity. No, screw you, arsehole. You see that? A lot of water there, a lot of water. So, right now, I'm a little bit concerned about getting home. I am basically having one of those days, one of those moments, one of those minutes, one of those hours, one of those whatevers, lifetimes, where I'm just constantly worried about everything. I've still got 12 miles to go before I get home, and I wanted to check on the Volt tonight, and I wanted to top up on fuel. I don't know what to do now. I do not know what to do. Basically, everything is just a shit show. I'm afraid. Yeah, have a listen to the rain. Hi there, it's Thursday. Nothing significant has happened today. Alexa, will it rain today?
No rain is expected today.
Hey there. So this has arrived today. Ow. Immediately cut my finger on the cardboard. Yay! Should be a nice end to the week anyway. This is part of my Christmas present from Liz. So I really ought to get my arse together and start putting her Christmas presents together. If you can't tell, there's some Lego in here. There's more stuff on the way. They didn't have everything in stock. Even though everything I've ordered is current. I guess they're having a good time of it. Ow. Anyway, here we go. So, open this up. Set 31164, Lego Creator Robot. Space. I like space sets, you see. Only a cheapy one, 20 quid. It's been on my little want list for a little while, so that's good. This was my gift with purchase, 40785, Northern Lights diorama. And it looks like we've got a glowing moon brick stud with that tile, whatever. So that was free. Lego astronaut minifigure keepsake to go on a tree, if I bother to put the tree up this year. This one's cool. This is brand new. The set 72046. The Lego Nintendo Game Boy. About as one-to-one a recreation of the actual Game Boy as you can get. And I've even seen people put in kits to actually make theirs play games. And lastly, and this one's a little bit annoying because it's a Lego exclusive and you can't get it in any other shops. It's 60446, the Galactic Spaceship, to go with the Lego space sets that came out last year, of which I have lots. Sorry if the camera's wobbling, but Ty is currently trying to chew a cable, the power cable, which is brilliant, of course. So yeah, there we go. I've got 3 or 4 more sets on the way. I've got the Lego, obviously Lego. I've got the AT-AT gingerbread, gingerbread AT-AT, the gingerbread house, and what's the other one that I've got on the way? I can't remember now. Anyway, for the first year in forever, I haven't done the Christmas set this year. I've got about 5 Christmas sets I haven't built sitting around, and this one's another train. And they used to go here in the living room. Used to have a little Lego Christmas village set up, but it's already got a train, and I just can't. I don't see myself building it ever again. It's going to be too big. So, c'est la vie. Trying to think what the other set is that I've got on the way. Gingerbread AT-AT, gingerbread house. Oh well, it'll come to me, and it'll be on the way soon, I think. That's probably going to be it now for this week's episodes or this week's Total Ramblings update. I probably need to put this video together. Thanks very much for watching. Please do the usual YouTubey stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, hate, snark, whatever you want. You know. Yeah. Thanks.